Hi there. For this full body mobility session, I'm going to ask you to come to the center of the mat, stand up, nice and tall, nice and strong. Feel how you are sharing the weight evenly between both legs. Good. I don't want zipped up legs, just slightly apart, maybe hip width apart. Good. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, sliding your scapulas, and charge your fingers towards the ground. So this is a sort of energized stand. Good. Make sure that your knees are in a neutral position. So it's slightly pulling your kneecaps up, lifting them up, really engaging the inner thighs, and at the same time trying to pull your hips apart. So that is a very strong engaged stand. We're going to take a few breaths here, in through the nose, and out through the nose too. Feel the warmth building at the back of your throat. Take 2 more breaths. And last. I'm going to ask you to bring your arms in front of you. Place forearm over forearm, hand to elbow. Great. Make sure your shoulders are not coming up. Push them down. That energized stand is still active. And instead of charging the tips of our fingers, we're sort of charging our elbows, getting that pressing action down. Good. We are going to breathe in here. And as we breathe out, we're going to turn to the side here. Look how I am not taking my hips with me. I am rotating my spine. We are going to breathe in here. And now we are going to breathe out, slightly flexing, extending our back here. Breathe in, come back. And out, back to center. Good. Breathe in here. And out, turn to the other side, the same. Take notice how I'm not taking my hips. Keep your hips facing the front. Breathe in here. And out, sort of flex, extend your back here. Breathe in, come back. And out, and twist. Good, one more. Breathe in here. And out, engage your core. Make sure that your hips are facing the front. Good. Breathe in here. And out, really feel that extension going. Tilt your back slightly back. Good. Breathe in, come back. And out, back to center. And one last one, keep that pressing action going. Breathe in. And out, engage your core, close your ribs, and make sure your hips are facing the front. Breathe in here, and out. Breathe in, come back, and out, back to center. Good. Breathe in here, and out, lower your arms. Good job. Breathe in. And out, full shoulder circle. Really take the time to do it, closing those ribs, not letting them flare. Once again. Good job. Take one more. And remember this nice round of breathing in and out. We're using them to bring ourselves to the session. Good job. Good. Now, just wiggle and swivel around. Nice. Okay. We're going to start this session by really working on our legs. So we're going to do what is called a sissy squat. We're going to try to do it off the wall, but if we need to, we can always go and rest on the wall. So I'm going to show both. We're going to breathe in here, and as we breathe out, we're going to sort of tilt our hips. This is what we call a pretty butt, ugly butt. So tailbone pointing in and down, and these rib points here, hip points, sorry, up and back. Great. So we breathe out, we get this engagement, and as we are doing that, our shoulders are really strong. We're going to start bending our legs as we lift our heels and bring our body fully engaged back, back, back. Don't arch, keep it really engaged. Let's try again. Breathe in here and go. Hips. Keep going down, keep going down. And when we cannot hold it anymore, just push your bottom back and come to a nice deep squat position. Now, if this is very challenging, put your hand on the wall and gently slide it. So we're going to breathe in here and out. Hips. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And sweep your bottom back. Good. Okay, let's try 2 more. Now, if you are finding really hard to lift your heels, I would suggest getting possibly a cushion that is going to support you without sending your heels too back. Last week I did it with my blocks, and it was really hard because it was too high. So let's try here. Breathe in and out. Squeeze those legs towards the midline. Keep squeezing. Check your ribs. Don't arch, don't arch, don't arch. Keep lowering, keep lowering, keep lowering, and down. Good. 1 more. Breathe in and out. Super engagement here. Really tilting your hips, rib points, shoulder blades squeezing together. Squeeze your legs towards the midline. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. Check your back. Check your back. Nice, nice, nice. And sweep. Good job. Now that is an amazing stretch for our hip flexors. Good. Okay. We are going to carry on standing up. What we are going to try is to do a gentle full body wave just to send that movement from our heels all the way up our spine and our neck. I find that these gentle waves really work to get all of the body moving and all of the body engaged. So sometimes what is challenging about this is coordinating the movement. So as I would do to sort of start the exercise nice and easy, I would bring my arms to the front and I would breathe in, lowering here, sort of making a little ball. Again, my whole body is sort of ready to move. It's not disengaged, but soft. Let's call it soft. And from here, I would sort of just hover above the ground, sending my arms back as I am sending my knees and my hips forward. My arms are still going back. You see the movement is now being sent to my back, and my arms are going to help me come up. And again, breathe in. Shift your hips forwards, keep pushing. Look down and use your arms. Now, not to lose balance, when you're coming from back, you do need to really fire up your outer hips, squeezing pelvic floor to send you up. Let's try again. Nice. Go down and push. Nice curl and up. See how you're feeling it. Go down And now try to get a deeper bend. Look down. Good. And one more. Push forward. Turn. And up. Good. Open your legs a little bit. Or quite a bit actually. And just shift side to side here. That is really nice. Now we've done a full body wave from down to up. It's always nice to do a few the opposite way, where you go from back to down. So you are getting that negative movement, if you want to call it. So we are going to breathe in here. And as we breathe out again, not letting our hips flare, really controlling that wave, we're going to circle back and then bring our arms, send our tailbone back. Now really round your spine. Brush the floor with your fingertips and up. Nice. And again. Breathe in and out. Down, round and up. And again. Good job. Okay. Our next exercise, we're going to still be focusing on our back, but our hip flexors and extensors are going to be very, very involved. We're also going to be challenging our balance a little bit. So what we're going to do here is breathe in, and as we breathe out, our legs are really tight, zipped up together. I'm going to send my left leg back and my arms here. And what I'm going to do is really pull up with my fingers, charging towards the ceiling without taking my shoulders. So I'm going to keep it here. And I am going to try to lift my leg as much as I can through the back without overly arching my back, but focusing on an extension of my hip flexor. Now, if you're uncomfortable here, you can always keep your hands here, okay? Or you can place them here. Just find your position. So breathe in and out. Breathe in here. Watch your ribs out. Send that leg up. Always good to look at a fixed point so that you don't lose your balance. Breathe in, lower here, and out. Squeeze those ribs together. Good. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in here, and out, lower. Every left has a right, every right has a left. So we're moving on to the other leg. The same. Breathe in. And out. Keep focusing on closing those ribs and actually working the hip flexor extensor. Shoulders down. Good. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in and out. Good. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. You may want to open your legs again and gently walk down your legs with a very long back to stretch the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Good. Now this exercise that we've just done is really good to engage all of your hip muscles as well as your hamstrings, and they will help you with poses like the king dancer and all of that, rather than taking all of the pressure on the back, you are mobilizing your whole muscle set to help you, which is great. Now, we're going to breathe in here just to give our back and our legs a little bit of a stretch before we move on. And we are going to breathe out, chin to chest, rolling and rounding the spine. You can bend your legs a little bit. Your legs are hip width apart, blowing through your mouth, really pulling your belly button in. Good. I love that stretch feeling after doing those exercises. Feel in here. Breathe in is what I meant, and out. Pull your belly button in, and with your belly button moving, that's or being in charge of the movement, we are going to roll our spine up vertebra by vertebra, really closing our ribs. Breathe in and out. Breathe in here and out. Very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, really taking notice of how your abs, how your core is controlling all of the movement. Good job. Okay. For our next exercise, I'm going to ask you to come into a tabletop. Okay, make sure your shoulders are directly above your wrist. Tuck your toes in. Good. And now you are going to press those heels up and down towards the mat, sending your tailbone and your hips up towards the ceiling. Good. Remember to keep really active arms, so pressing that floor away so that your shoulders are really active. Now, in this pose, if your shoulders are relaxed, you really risk hurting that area. So always remember, if you need to bend your knees, but the shoulders always active, okay? Pedal your heels here, up and down. We've just done a bit of work on our hamstrings, so it feels nice, but it takes some time to adjust to it. Good. Okay. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, you are going to shift your weight forwards and gently drop your hips. Now you're dropping your hips, really squeezing your thighs close together and not letting your ribs open. So you are controlling the movement. It's very tight, very engaged. Good. Breathe in, extend. Out, send back to a downward dog. Breathe in, come back here. Out, really tighten your inner thighs. Good. Breathe in here at your maximum length. And out. Close your ribs, pull your belly button in, and send your hips back. Good. Keep pressing those hands. Breathe in. And go. Good job. Don't let your hips flare. Okay, breathe in at your maximum extension here. And out, belly button in. Really close those rib points. And send your hips back and up. Good. Press through your hands one more. Breathe in. And go. Nice. Shift your weight forwards and pulling your belly button in. Really control. Lower your hips. Good. Don't sink. Keep pushing. Good. Breathe in at your maximum extension here. And out. Close. Belly button in. Hips back and up. Heels down. Good job. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, just lower your knees and sit on your heels. Just move here. Just relax your wrists. Good. This is a very, very good one. Okay. Back to tabletop. We're coming to a tabletop and sort of cat-cow circle. So see how you feel it. See how you can send the movement from your hips to the side, up to your shoulders, and the other side. Just wiggle and wave here. Good. Fabulous. The other side. It always takes me some time when I'm doing this exercise to go the other side. Good. Whilst our back is waving, our oblique abdominal muscles are getting a bit of a workout too. So keep that control in your abdomen. Don't let your hips flare. And you'll be doing two things in one go. Good. Great. All right. So, for our next exercise, we're still going to be on the mat, sort of on our hands. So just give your wrists a few more circles. Totally recommend that you do the wrist mobility and shoulder mobility before your sessions. It really sets you up for even more success. Okay. So, what I'm going to ask you here, I'm going to give you 3 different options. This is an exercise that is going to require some degree of upper body strength, but a lot of engagement from your abdomen. You're going to have your arms here. And what I'm going to ask you is to take notice of the feet. Your feet can be one on one next to the other. Toes as a ballerina toe, so on the front of your foot. You're going to breathe in here. And as you breathe out, you're going to tuck your navel in gently and slowly. And you're going to push all the way. Now, there is very little weight on your legs. It's mainly on your abdomen, it's absorbing it all, and your arms. Another option is if when you are coming up here, your feet are really hurting, then just tuck your toes in. Okay, in a flexed position, breathe in here and out. So what I'll say is don't push back, okay? But try to lift onto your big toe, okay? Another option is to cross one foot on top of the other. Now you would do 3 on one side and then 3 crossing the other side. What this does is if you are very comfortable doing it and you've got a really strong core already, it will challenge your balance and actually ask you for more engagement. So let's try here. Breathe in and out. You see, it's as if I was doing it only on one leg, which means that my abdomen requires a lot more engagement. So I'm going to do 2 more on this side and 2 more on the other, okay? Breathe in. And out. Tuck your head in, really strong core, really curl. Good. Breathe in. And out. Good. 2 more, wherever you are. 2 more. If you've got your feet crossed, then cross the other. Good. Breathe in. And out. Good job. In, last one, make it count. And out. Breathe in, lower. Fabulous work there. Okay, so for our next exercise, I'm going to ask you to gently lower yourself down. Good. And we're going to be doing some abdominal work with a lot of work on our hip flexors and our quads. Now, I am really comfortable here. I've got a very big gap between my back and the mat. I need to go to an active neutral position, which means that I'm going to slightly change the position of my hips so I can close that gap by actively pressing my back onto the mat. Now, if you're trying and you don't see it any closer, simply bend your legs a little bit and then there's no gap. Good. What we're going to do here is start on our left leg, extend it. Good, keep pressing. We are going to breathe in, lifting our leg. As you see, it's pointed like a ballerina. Good. And I'm going to lower, breathing out, pulling my belly button in, flexing my foot. Good. Breathe in, lift. And out. Now I am showing you the ideal where I am increasing, it's not a kick, I'm increasing the movement by engaging with a straight leg. Now if this is very difficult and your leg is more like this, it is fine. Work towards the straighter leg as you draw that quad closer to you, really engaging all of your hip flexors and extensors here. Breathe in and out. Flex, really engage, really send that heel towards the ceiling and extending and lengthening the leg there. And one more, breathe in, point. Keep pressing your back and out, lower. Good, this is the last one. I'm going to breathe in and fix, and then I'm going to flex, and I'm going to do 4 breathing out with an increase, okay? So I'm going to breathe in and out. And down, good job. Okay, swap your legs. Now again, bend if you need to. We really need to have that back flat on the mat. If we compensate arching our back, then our lower back will start hurting. So if your lower back is saying, hello, I am here, bend your leg and check that position. Breathe in, lift, and out. In, lift, check your back, and out. In, lift, and out. In, lift, and out. Really squeezing. Don't press through your supporting leg. Press through your back. Good. And last, breathe in. Flex and fall. Breathe in and out. Okay, breathe in here and out. Help yourself come up. Good. Okay, what we're going to do now is extend our legs and gently lower. Good. Lift your legs to hover here. Good. Lower your back a little bit and extend your arms. We're going to breathe in and out. Hold it. Breathe in and out. Don't pull through your neck. Give yourself what I call a bit of a pigeon tuck. So not a double chin here, but sort of a gentle double chin back. There, pigeon tuck. Great. So keep that pigeon tuck and just breathe in and out. Okay, remember your pigeon tuck? Good. In and out. I know it's hard. You're doing a fabulous job. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, bring your arms up above your head. Again, watch that your back is not arching. Really tuck in. Breathe in. and out. Squeeze your outer hips, inner thighs against each other. 2 more breaths in. You are doing a fabulous job. And out. And 1 more in. And out. Now that was intense. Great work there. Good. Bring yourself up. We're going to give our hamstrings again a tiny bit more of passion and movement. I want you to come onto a knee bend here and the other leg to the front. Good. You see? You can tag your toes at the back to help you with the engagement. If you're here, your back leg is not so engaged, so the balancing is more challenging. If you come here, the balancing is not so challenging, but your back muscles get really tired. So entirely up to you. I'm going to opt for not challenging my balance, but my muscle engagement. What I'm going to do here is breathe in as I swing my arms and press and lift. Okay, and breathe out as I lower, bring my front foot in flex and lean over my leg. Breathe in. Good, and out. Now what's important here is that your inner thighs are squeezing towards a midline, that imaginary midline. Otherwise we wobble a lot. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now if you're finding that really challenging, just bring some blocks or put your hands down as long as you have a fairly straight back. Breathe in, raise your arms. Really feel that drop and out. Good. The next breath in, we're going to hold it for 3 breath cycles up. So extend your back leg. Try to find the mat with your heel. So really pressing that heel down at the same time as you are pulling your hips down. Breathe in. And out. I know your back leg is tired, not long. In. And out. And last, in. And out. Try to really make it count. Breathe in, lower here. And out, flex. Now, try to find a nice position. We're going to hold it for 4 breaths to really embrace the intense stretch on the back of our leg, calf, hamstrings. Just embrace it. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, try to go a bit deeper. Good. In. And out. And 1 more, in and out. Good. Now that we've put all of this effort on stretching our legs, I think it'll be a great opportunity for us to go for an extra challenge and try to go on our splits. Remember, you can take a block, 2 blocks for either your hands, okay? Or even if you are really far away from the floor, you can tag them under, put them under your pelvis, your hips, and work on stretching your legs here. Equally, as I said, you can put them on your hands, under your hands rather. This way, that way, whichever way you feel that is going to help you the most. Important thing is that we keep our legs very, very engaged and that we lower slowly. So breathe in and out. Find that position, whatever helps you. Breathe in and out. Now try to stretch and lower. Breathe in and out, lower. Good. Try to lengthen those legs in and out. Good. Now equally, if you are a person who is incredibly flexible and you're already doing your splits, I would always say you can try splits from a raised floor. So instead of putting your foot on the floor, you put your foot on the block and work on that. You can do it only with the block on the front. You can equally try it with the block on the back leg, and then you're overstretching the hip flexor here. Or both blocks. One at the front, one at the back. Great. We are going to repeat the same sequence on the other side. So, come to a tabletop. Bring your right leg to the front. Good. Tuck it in. Tuck your toes in. Really center, square your hips. Inner thighs squeezing towards the midline. Breathe in as you stretch your back leg and send your hip back to the mat. And out. Lower your back leg and send your hips back and up. Flex. Breathe in. And out. Nice. Keep those legs squeezing towards the midline. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Let's give yourself the extra challenge of not putting your arms down. And out. Really active stretch here. Good. Breathe in. We're going to hold it for 4 breaths now. 3 breaths, sorry. Out. In. Good job. My back leg is really saying hello to me. Good. Try to fight the bend. Try to stretch it. Try to stretch it. Good. Lower and over. The same here. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, try to lean closer and closer to your leg in. And out. In. And out. Good job. Now, same as we did on the other leg, we're not going to waste this stretch and actually try to go for a full split. We are all usually more flexible on one side than the other, so check the arrangements that you had in the other leg and see if they work. If you need more height, more help, less help, just at your own time, start finding that really, really busy position. Gently stretch, breathe in and out, use your breathing. I'm stuck on my mat. My foot not sliding. Really lengthening those legs. Nice. Again, if you want to put a block under, do. If not, if you're fine where you are, beautiful. If you want to bend your back leg and actively press it so that you increase the stretch, do as well. You can also tuck your back toes and come to a more active position here. It is a very intense stretch, so depending on where you are at the journey, your own journey, just make it work. Great. Well, bring your legs together. Give them a good shake because they deserve it. And now gently lower yourself back onto the mat. Extend your legs and your arms facing the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. And once again, take the time to recognize the amazing work that you've done today. Be grateful to your body for gifting you this practice. your mind for taking on the challenges. I'm going to leave you here, breathing in and out, really relaxing and letting the weight of your body become part of the floor. I'm going to wave bye, and I'll see you next time. Bye.